This is the Fotric TD2E Acoustic Camera, and it's going to be a game changer for automotive technicians. And in this video, we're going to look at some obvious ways to make the most of this tool, plus some very creative ways of finding problems you might not have thought a camera like this would help. Okay, so this is an acoustic camera, and what makes this one quite interesting is the price. So acoustic cameras have traditionally come in with a price tag of around $10,000. This is much, much less. Fotric have sent us this in return for making a video, and we also have some links in the description below. You can go and check that out and see if it's something that you want to go for. So this is the TD2E version. There is a slightly more expensive version, which I am also interested in because it has a HDMI port on the top, which this budget version doesn't have. They also have a phone version of it as well. So how it works, we've got 64 microphones strategically placed on the front of this camera with the actual camera sensor in the middle there. We also have a light for, dark places, which you're going to be using in a minute. And then on the screen here, you can see that it's picking up all the different noises in the workshop. Now, what's quite interesting about this is it works for frequencies between 2 kilohertz and 100 kilohertz. So it will even pick up very sensitive things like me breathing. So traditionally, these have been used by big industrial companies for finding leaks in factories and power plants and things like that. And I'm going to show you today a couple of tests. So let's get straight on probably the most obvious one to look at a mechanical noise. Okay, so the camera has a couple of modes, and the startup mode is in a single source. So what that does is it picks up the loudest noise and kind of shows you where it is. You can see on the right hand side as well, it gives a scale of the frequencies that are being picked up. So you can see that most of the noises being picked up at the minute are in that lower frequency range. Now, for diagnostics, I think a good thing to do would be to start with all sources, and there you can see that it picks up all of the noises around the vehicle. So what we've got on here, so hopefully you can hear it, is a bit of a ticking noise. The back wheels are spinning at the minute, and when it's in motion, there's like a ticking noise coming from the back. So as we walk under the vehicle, you can see that there's all sorts of different noises being picked up from the engine area. And as we walk down the back, we can actually see there's a hot spot there right in the middle being picked up around the prop shaft area. So what we can do now as well is just use the light. So we switch the light on, and here we are. So you can almost like pinpoint where the main noise is coming from. There are other noises down here as well. So if we point this at the wheel area, you can see things being picked up from the brakes. And once you kind of get close into where the noise is, switch it to single source, and it will help pick up where that loudest noise is coming from. So all I have actually done here is put a cable tie around the prop shaft, and it's just ticking along on the fuel tank there. So although that is quite an obvious noise to find, it just shows you how quickly this thing can pinpoint those noises and use the different features that you've got on there, like all sources, and move down to single source to identify where it's coming from. So sticking with the mechanical noise theme, we're going to induce a noise on this engine now. Now I'm going to first do a shot of the engine with no faults, and then we're going to install a fault to make the fuel system howl and see if we can identify where that noise is coming from. Okay, so we've got the camera trained onto the engine, and we're using the multi-source, which is picking up the different sources of noise and just showing them where they are. What's quite interesting is what happens when we put the fault on this vehicle. So all I'm going to do is disconnect the high pressure pump, and that puts the fuel system into a default high pressure mode, so it runs at maximum pressure, and we get this kind of squealing noise. Let's see what happens on the camera. So at the minute you can see we've got some noises kind of around here, but it's moving around a bit. Of course, it's quite noisy while the engine's running. If we just take that off, hopefully you can hear that now. we've got a definite noise, and it's picking it up a little bit further up. Before we were having like noises flickering around here, but now we've got a definite noise locked on here. And if we put it onto single source mode, there it's picking up that noise just from that point there. So what we've actually got down here is the high pressure pump here, which I've disconnected, and then on the bottom of the high pressure pump there's that metal pipe that goes into the rail, and that pipe, at the end of that pipe, is creating a lot of noise, and that's what the camera's picking up. So if we just go back to that all source mode, we can see that down there is where the most of that noise is being picked up. The high pressure pump itself is also showing up a bit noisy. If we go to single source down here, you can see that around that high pressure pipe is where that noise is being picked up the most. We can also see the high pressure pump is a little bit noisy as well. So I think this would also be really good for finding noises on the auxiliary drive belt when you've got bearing noises and squeals and things like that. I suppose especially if access is quite difficult. Now we start to get into the area that really stretches the capabilities of this tool. Not so much stretch the capabilities, but use them, okay? Now, just to put this into perspective, we said the camera was effective between 2 kilohertz and 100 kilohertz. Now, humans' hearing is really only suited for low frequencies, and I'm going to show you what that means now. So I've got it's just a frequency generator app, and it's set to about 2 kilohertz of sound. So if we play that noise now, most people should be able to hear that. Sorry, headphone users. But what I'm going to do now is increase that frequency, okay? And now listen what happens. This will really depend on your age as well, whether you can hear it all the way up. Okay, so that's 5,000 hertz. I can still kind of hear that okay. Now we're at 8,000 hertz and it's getting loud. Well, it's not getting louder, it's just getting a bit harder to hear. There's 10 kilohertz. We get to about 14, I can just hear it very, very, very faintly in the background. Younger viewers will probably be able to hear that. So if we play this noise to the camera, let's see what happens. We can see that it's been picked up. What I'm looking at really is this scale on the side there. And if we increase that up, what we can see is that that frequency, the noise of that frequency is showing high there, okay? So that goes up to 10. We carry on going up, it's still picking up a bit of noise there. But I think actually beyond this, the phone, this app isn't actually creating that noise. It drops out at about 15 kilohertz. So why am I showing you that? There are many noises on these vehicles that are just beyond the hearing capability of humans, but this thing can see it. One of those things being leaks. So what I'm going to do now is induce an intake leak on this vehicle and see if we can find it. Okay, so we've put an air leak fault on this engine, and that would be something that would coincide with a lean running fault or a fuel mixture fault. So if we just kind of scan around the engine here, put the light on. What we're really looking for is I suppose along the pipes and the areas of the intake manifold, and we can see here that we've actually got a hot spot right in the middle there on that pipe. And if we zoom out a bit and then just go to single source, you can see that it's picking up that area as a source of high noise. So that could be super useful for these petrol engines with really complex intake systems, or the diesel engines that tend to have lots and lots of vacuum now. This should be able to pinpoint those leaks quite easily. I know we have the smoke tester that can be quite useful. However, sometimes these faults only appear while the engine is running. So being able to put the engine into that active state and then check around for those leaks is really quite useful. So all we did there was remove the seal off that crankcase breather hose to induce that leak. So this next test is potentially my favourite test, yet a little bit creative. Now, what we need to think about is when we've got things that are active, you can see that when I point the camera at the computer and stuff over here, there's not a lot of noise going on, but it's picking up all sorts of stuff. You know, we've got this LED light here, it's picking up noise from there. So potentially, it could be picking up those high frequency noises generated by electronic items when they're active. Battery drain faults. So when we look inside this vehicle, we can see there's lots of noises coming from around the instrument cluster and dash areas, and that is with the ignition on. Also looking around the center console, we can see there's lots of activity and there's a good 3 or 4 control units down in that area. Just while I'm sat in here, it's just made me think of a rattle that I've got on my car coming from the headrest, or headrest area, I should say. This would also be great for finding that problem. And you know, if we come down to the rear of the car, we can see there's a bunch of control units there and they're all making lots of noise that we just can't hear. What's also quite impressive is I've been filming for about an hour now and we're probably not even at the halfway point on the battery. So that was the Fotric TD2E Acoustic Camera. Pretty impressive bit of kit. Let us know down in the comments if there are any other things that you think it would be useful for. In the meantime, if you want to get better at diagnostics, come and join thousands of mechanics from all over the world joining our professional diagnostic training in the Diagnostic Coach training program.